How's it going, everyone? Doc here with Eyes Wide Shot Gaming, and today we're going to go over a fantastic build that works around our endless ammo. Stick around. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date on all of your Remnant 2 info, news, breakdowns, and builds, as well as many other games. We are so close in our endeavor to 1,000 subscribers. Why not join us today? So once again, before we begin, I want to quickly disclose that yes, I have 94 trait points as opposed to the regular 85 because of a glitch that happened to me a week after Remnant 2 released. So now that we have that out of the way, let's dive into this build. Let's begin with our primary archetype. We went with Hunter, mostly for the increase to damage from the damage perk Deadeye. We gained 40% range damage, 15% weak spot damage, and a 5% increase to range critical chance. With this archetype, the skill we are running is Hunter's Focus. The reason for the skill is its focus state, which reduces weapon spread, recoil, and sway by 50%, as well as grants 25% ranged and ranged weak spot damage. This skill also increases our crit chance against enemies by another 10%. The secondary archetype we run is Gunslinger. Aside from focusing on the damage perk, Swift Shot giving us an extra 15% fire rate, which is very vital. 25% range damage and another 5% crit chance for all firearms. We also can't ignore the utility perk Quick Hands, which gives us a 10% reload speed gain, and if the mag is empty, that bonus is doubled to 20%. With the Gunslinger archetype, we are running the Bullet Storm skill. This will increase our fire rate by another 20% and our reload speed by 50%. So now that we have our build base, let's take a look at the amulets and rings. For our amulet, we are using the brand new Zero Divide. With this amulet, we gain infinite reserve ammo and increase our range damage by 15%. This will be the main aspect of our build that will work hand in hand with our primary's mutator. For the first ring, we will equip Xania's Malice. With this ring, we will increase our weak spot damage by 5%, stacking 4 times when we deal weak spot damage. So we always have to try to aim for the head or the weak spot on our enemies. The second ring we have on is Zohe's ring. This ring gives us a nice static increase to our mod duration by a whopping 20%, allowing us to keep our mod active for a longer period of time. Our third ring is Leaking Gemstone, which allows 20% of our mod power generation to continue during an active mod. So for many mods out there that don't have a pump and dump mechanic, this will allow us to have our mods ready as soon as they run out. And finally, our last ring is the Point Focus ring. With it, we will reduce our weapon spread and recoil by 30%, turning our primary weapon from a spread shotgun to a slug shotty. Let's move on to our weapons. The secondary weapon is our trusty service pistol, which can be replaced by almost any weapon as long as we have the flying bomb trap equipped with the mutator failsafe. This will fire a projectile that deploys up to 5 traps after contacting the ground. Each trap will launch a flask every 1.5 seconds that detonates and releases a 7-meter shockwave which deals 50 damage and splashes targets in a 4-meter area with acid, dealing 100 damage and applying corroded that deals 200 damage over 20 seconds. Don't forget the mutator failsafe to increase the mod damage by 25%. Our melee weapon doesn't matter, so we went with the Ornate Flail, but this can be replaced with pretty much any other melee weapon that you choose. Finally, our primary weapon. We are using the AS-10 Bulldog. Overall, great damage, but what we do to enhance this weapon is equip Overflow, the mod, which imbues our ammo with shock and increases our fire rate by 15% and reload speed by 15% for 27 seconds. We also apply Overloaded with this mod, which deals an additional 105 shock damage every 5 seconds for 31 seconds. We use this mostly for the focus on fire rate. With this, we are running the Mutator Bandit, and this is where everything comes together with our amulet. With Bandit on hit, we are granted a 30% chance to return spent ammo directly into the magazine of the weapon. At level 10, when the ammo is returned to this weapon, it gains a 10% increase to fire rate for 3 seconds, and the duration can be increased up to 10 seconds. This mutator works hand in hand with our amulet, allowing us to never worry about ammo and keep dishing out high damage as well as a high fire rate. For our relic heart, we are once again running the profane heart for its 3% lifesteal bonus. With it, we run mod duration, ranged fire rate, and weapon spread. On the right hand side, we can see the traits I chose, main focus being on spirit, gifted, flashcaster, and of course, handling. The rest are at your disclosure. Let's go ahead and take a look at what kind of damage we can dish out with this build. As you can see, we activate both skills, shoot our bomb trap, and unload our bulldog with the mod. This allows us to peak anywhere from 4,500 to 6,000 damage, and averaging somewhere in the mid 3,500s. I hope this build helps out a lot of players who want to try something new, and as always, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and until next time, so long.